Pisces, to channel the Future Tarot. This week, this reveals who's in your corner and who's just along for the ride. This will be for the Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs of Pisces. Welcome to the Tower Tarot spread. It's an interesting time. We're going to check out a powerful energy that usually, sends people off in alarms when they see it, but this is a liberating and very transforming energy. So let's get into it and see what we can uncover about what sort of tower moment for you coming in. As I was meditating on your energies, it was powerful. As you can see, I smudged. We're going to use the singing bowl, taking that deep breath in and exhaling whenever you feel so inclined to do so. That's just going to help balance your energies and prepare for the messages, okay? If you are new or returning to the channel, welcome. So happy to have all of you. Thank you so much for liking, sharing, and subscribing. It means a lot to me. There you go. Peace, love, health, and wealth, Pisces. There was a lot of messages coming in as I was meditating. And so as I took out your oracle cards, we'll jump into the tower spread in a second. But this is a really powerful moment where I wanted to just, let's come to be here. We got coming to life here at number 29 in reverse, a lot breaking down to 11. I feel like you've been stuck in a place, Pisces, where you feel a little bit like life is just going on without you in a sense. You've been stuck in a real state of processing pain and a little bit of processing betrayal. This is that, reminder sort of to get out of your own way, Pisces. To let spirit sort of lead you right now, okay? New life is very, unstable in the beginning. It needs that effort. So, I feel like let nature take its course, right? Find things to focus on right now. Simplicities in the small steps are the order of the day. When the time is right, you're going to see the miracle. And because right now you're trying to fluff something into being, I don't think that's quite ready to manifest yet, Pisces, or it's just you're trying to work through sort of healing a pain or something faster than it is happening for you. Fear is this illusion here. Choose love today. Forgive yourself and others with this goblins. This is exactly what this is. This is, kind of your these things are sort of born, when you're wounded, something essential is lost in this experience. And I feel like from that point on, Pisces, as you sort of forget your wholeness in through little places through life, as you become jaded or hurt, these remain, those wounds remain with you in the shadows, and they remind you, what brought them into being, right? By mimicking, maybe your own voice, tricking you into believing that you're sort of unworthy, that victimized, unlovable energy, and that it holds you hostage in that victim mentality of self-sabotaging self-worth, right? If this is an energy that the shadow of your own self or someone else's, and possibly as well, but they're leading you into a potentially reactive situation. This is an opportunity for growth, a signal that you have to love yourself, right? No human is without flaws. So, you have to release those resentments, those negative self-talk within you, and let this heal you. Let spirit help heal you. Miracles can and do happen, but you have to let go of some negativity that you're holding on to in regards to what is meant for you. Stand tall and strong, Pisces, coming out for you. What a beautiful card there for you. It says, today I choose to remain positive. I face all of my challenges with strength and courage. I will not be denied or turned away. I do not allow myself to be carried away by negative thoughts. I stand tall and strong and live each moment in joy and peace, leaving my fortune and future in divine's hands. I believe in life because life believes in me. Wow, was that just not reiterating what I was just saying? And look at that. You have overcoming. What a beautiful image there for you. And it says, today is the great school of life. I practice self-discovery by acknowledging that my fears, anger, and ego separate me from my divinity. I allow the light to grow inside me. This light gives me the power to reign over my inner kingdom. And today I overcome all that separates me from the light that is my truest self. overcoming all those negative things that you've been holding on to, of betrayal, hurt, and even your own sort of guilts and shames, right? Don't let pride get in your way. Coming out here for you, that full moon in Leo. We just had that powerful full moon in Libra. So, connect with yourself. Don't let pride and ego lead with your heart at this time. And then I like this one for you. A personal issue reaches conclusion here, or resolution. That full moon in Cancer. So this could be happening within the energies of the full moon. We just had that full moon yesterday. Or, sorry, 2 days ago. So, that could be a powerful energy for you as you're kind of processing. And as a water sign, Pisces, you could be processing some deep thought patterns at this time. Let's take a look at what this Tower spread has for you. So this cards 1 to 4 represent the structure. The first card being what sort of traditional, sort of foundational beliefs, principles, or structures are being challenged for you. Why are they being challenged for you? And how you can sort of ease this transition for yourself, Pisces. And 4 is what's the lesson in that shake-up for you, Pisces. And then cards 5 to 7 represent the lightning strike. And 5 is release, 6 is rethink, and 7 is rebuild. So what's coming in for Pisces? What beliefs, principles, or foundations are being challenged for Pisces this week? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs of Pisces. Again, toss universe, what does not resonate with you? It's not meant to. All right. Page of Swords coming out here for you. So there's a sense of standing up for yourself. There's a sense of, yes, you're standing tall, but I feel like you're on guard, okay? So your beliefs about something are being challenged in a way here. I feel like, let's see why is this Page of Swords out for Pisces? Why is Page of Swords? Look at that Tower card coming out for you. Why is it coming out? To shake things up. We are in the Tower spread, so it seems natural that would be coming out. For you, how can Pisces ease this transition? It could be a message or information about somebody, that you feel like was in your corner, who was just along for the ride, playing their side of the fence. For some of you, that could be the case. The Moon card coming in, so that is illusion being lifted. So how you can ease this is sort of releasing this negativity, releasing this illusion, this fear of being, or even this person, place, or thing from your life, right? That is, sort of how you can ease it. It is a Cancer energy. What's the lesson here for Pisces in the shake-up? What is the lesson for Pisces in the shake-up? Five of Pentacles, poverty mindset, okay, grief, again, worry, money, again, abandonment for some of you. So there's a lot of issues in that lesson of that shake up here. What is Pisces need to release with this Tower card? What does Pisces need to release? Eight of Cups. The walking away. So either you're walking away, you walked away from something, you need to release that heavy heart that you have, or you have to release the heavy heart that you have from somebody else walking away. Rethink. What does Pisces need to do to rethink this? It's gotten, your heart is heavy, right? And I feel like love should be an all-in sort of, head over heels, nothing left to question kind of deal. And if it isn't, then you need to take a look at why it's not, right? Three of Wands is coming into what you need to rethink. Look at that. A new horizon, a new future, a new beginning, a new start. Letting go of that past that was keeping you stuck. And that's why this Tower card is coming in, because it is literally stripping away and making you see what is just holding you back. Who's holding you back here in that sense of holding your heart sort of captive. That Knight of Pentacles coming in here for you to rebuild. You need to get up on that horse and get going. and stop keeping yourself in this sense of restriction. That Nine of Wands, moving away from the pain, is going to be prosperous in this sense for you, Pisces. It is not holding you or doing you any good to stay stuck. Can I clarify that Page of Swords for Pisces? We're going to break this down in a second. Can I clarify that Page of Swords for Pisces? Clarifying that Page of Swords for Pisces. Got that Ace of Pentacles coming in. So it is around money or opportunity or wealth. You're not being able to see a stable opportunity forward because, you know, you're focusing very much on this Tower card. Why is this Tower card coming in Pisces? Why clarify that Tower card? The Chariot, Cancer energy. Could be dealing with the Cancer for some of you, determination, but it is coming in because you need to restructure. You need to change your focus, shift your focus very much so on what's important to you at the end of the day. Can I clarify that Moon card for Pisces? Clarifying that Moon for Pisces. Clarifying the Moon. There you go, the Eight of Cups yet again. So this is again the walking away, that it's finally become evident. And this is, you know, how you can ease that transition is just seeing the truth for what it is and walking away. Now, if you haven't walked away, you're going to be doing it this week. I feel like definitely from whatever it is, job, person, place, thing. Clarifying that Five of Pentacles, please. The last thing I'm going to shake up is around sort of, I feel like for some of you, abandonment, right? There's that King of Pentacles coming out here for you in reverse, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. So it could be a masculine figure around money. Can I clarify that Eight of Cups for Pisces, please? Clarify the Eight of Cups for Pisces. Eight of Pentacles, hard work and determination is what is in the release here. You have to, that's what's going to guide you out of that, you know, Eight of Cups slumber moment, right? It's focusing on the path forward. Can I clarify that Three of Wands for Pisces? Too often we stay stuck in that hurt pattern and it becomes more of hurt pattern. We got Judgment card coming out. In your rethinking, you need to see that this awakening is what it is. You know, there's a truth that's calling you to be here. Can I clarify that Knight of Pentacles coming in for you? Can I clarify that Knight of Pentacles coming in for Pisces? The Death card, Scorpio, transformation. That is what is rebuilding. It is a transformational time if you let it happen. You got the Five of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck again. Poverty mindset. A lot of repeating messages here, Pisces, because I feel like what is being told or what do you feel like is sort of, even you know that's been happening, you are ignoring it or have been for some time for whatever it is. And I feel like that's why you're opening up with the Page of Swords, because it could be coming in a form of information that I feel like you've just been ignoring. You know, the essence of the sword suit is that we each have that ability to think, you know, evaluate and sort of reason, but that these abilities can sort of either liberate or imprison us, right? And I feel like the Swords Court, Page, Knight, Queen, you know, King, they provide a clear visual depiction of a process of learning to use those swords skillfully, right? From that receptive page, right, to the focused Knight, discerning, you know, Queen, and still stoic King, right? So I feel like mindfulness, meditation will do you a world of good right now. But I feel like right now, clouds are prominent right here in this card. And I feel like it's important to note that, you know, they're swirling around, symbolizing that all manner of thought and is, you know, and your sword is kind of drawn to reactivity. So I feel like you're ready to attack something here, Pisces. And I feel like if this is sort of an energy about, you need to look at the internal events and that fleeting nature of thoughts with time and practice. Like, I practice that new way of sort of addressing these things coming at you, not so reactive, right? you're going to be more adverse to opening that up. And I feel like that's, and what opportunity is being presented to you as well. And it could come into the form of money or a job or new opportunity. But again, I feel like you're not ready to see the opportunity. You're on this attack. You see it as something that is not, underhanded almost. And that is kind of why this Tower moment is coming in. Whatever is manifesting here is a real tangible thing, but you're just not willing to see it that way. You feel like this is a real underhanded offer of some kind, or someone is trying to trick you in some way. And so you're really reactive to it and just ready to sort of, yeah, that'll be it, right? This is an energy where, and this is everything that's about to be minimalized. This is an energy where everything that was starting to function in anxieties are prevalent here at this time for you. But I feel like if you realize right now that, again, as we process this Tower moment, it's not meant to sort of hinder us but liberate us, right? It's not happening, to you, for you. But this is an energy where it's time that, you look at this as sort of not a threat to life, but an opportunity, right? You can learn something that you can both tolerate and learn from, right? And once you see that, when this Tower falls, in that release, it's kind of liberating. There's kind of a big weight that's being lifted off your shoulders, and you actually see that you're free to now pursue something without any discomfort or absence of, right? You're free to go on your merry way. And that's why the Chariot cards comes after. Focus on where you're going instead of what you're leaving behind. That is going to be important for you this week, Pisces. Don't focus on what is being left in the rubble. Pick up what's salvageable and keep going. And you're a driving force. You're fueled by determination and willpower coming into this. And you're going to stop at nothing if you kind of get out of your own way. You're overcoming obstacles. You're finding, between two opposing forces, that middle ground. And I think it's pretty positively great for you this week. What you could do to ease this transition, that Moon card coming out here for you, Pisces, is opening up yourself to, again, that inner self, right? People often fear the moon, right? And I feel like it's because, it's read as representing the opposite of what they think they need: clarity, guidance, and answers, right? And I feel like it is tarot working. It's what we're not aware of yet, including the possibility that actually, confusing to some is there, right? Therapists can often ask questions that kind of challenge our default logic or modes of thinking, briefly stimulating confusion. When we're confused, that tight path that we've been walking kind of vanishes, and we're forced to forge a new one. Confusion is like an ideal time for working with our old modes of seeing, moving, and knowing. And it's kind of it's encouraging you to call on the parts of yourself that you can't otherwise see things, so that you can get up and walk away. And when you see that this is not so confusing, this isn't, you're kind of hindering your own thoughts here by just believing that you're stuck or stagnant or can't do. You're going to see that this Eight of Cups is time to walk away from, a disappointing relationship or situation for you. You wanted it to work, but, you realize it hasn't. The only option is for you to pick up and move on with yourself. And that's the lesson here. And how you can ease that transition is by just doing so. Sometimes you can't make it all work. The Five of Pentacles coming out for you. Love takes a lot of hard work, and both parties have to be doing it, right? And if the Five of Pentacles is telling you the present moment's not always the easiest place to be, right? And it takes some skill to be there. But it is the prerequisite for happiness, right? Living in the here and now. So if you can do it, you're going to realize that when you live in the more the present moment, you sort of stop, fearing the past and letting it, forge your future as well. And I feel like whatever you used in the past to help you survive is sort of, systems or ways of belief, that's fine. But they may no longer be needed as protection methods here. You have better ways to do things and be safe, so you can drop your guard. The present moment, it often does contain pain, like I always say, but we have, you do have what you need in the now to cope and you know, understand that you are safe. And you know, I feel like that's a different way of being for you. You're realizing that you do have what you need and that you are truly safe, and that's going to be a very liberating thing. That King of Pentacles is in reverse. To clarify, that is reflecting on your relationship with money and wealth. You're putting money before anything else. You know, we need it obviously to make things go around, but it's negatively impacting your relationships and well-being, right? And there's a sense of mismanaging finances that's kind of been a part of why this is in your shake up here. Is you need to look at what is, you know, financially kept you in this burdensome spot for some time anyhow. Now, this Eight of Cups, again, coming in your release here is, you know, many people get stuck in wrong situations because they don't believe that they can cope with the feelings that walking away with requires, right? Knowing how to cope well with the pain of letting go is highly important in building life. I can really tell you that. So, the Eight of Cups, it is, you know, he's, like you see, walking away from 8 golden, perfectly good cups. We suggest that if we want to be able to walk away when things are good, or you know, or I mean when things are hard, we can build skills for, you know, working through those tough emotions. Healthy coping skills work like protective charms, Pisces. If you have them and practice them, then they'll be there in the moments that you need them. And coping skills are key when it becomes necessary to break your own heart, right? So this is that emotional windfall of sort of tough choices. You can do hard things rather than live our lives avoiding feelings that you don't have, you know, the tools to manage, because avoidance tends to make, you know, life exponentially less manageable as time passes, right? Coping skills are a basic, you know, competency for tough calls that a good life requires. And I feel like that's exactly what you're doing. You're making the tough calls in this, you know, release, in this Eight, and it's going to focus on hard work, determination, rebuilding something through that hard work and determination, and relying on yourself to do so is going to be quite powerful. Three of Wands, this is what you're sort of rethinking, is that new way forward. I like it for you because this is saying you're finally ready to move past that pain. You know, unlike the Two of Wands, you know, which showed a person in the comforts of that settled life, right? Here's a person whose dream doesn't align with the framework they were given in that lineal stage of, you know, initiation, during which one steps into the shadowy forest of our life, right? Theirs is a path towards something that is not yet cohesive. So if you're questioning things about how to begin in a way that feels scary, or, you know, or compromise the life that you've come to depend on, you know, consider that perhaps you're lucky. You're making a choice to leave the comfort of what may be shitty, maybe not, but you don't know, because where new learning is possible, where new positives, but you don't know. So your fear of the unknown is keeping you stuck in this painful process, or in this painful place. And you know, if you just take that one single first step, I promise that you'll see that there's something beautiful on the other side. You're troubled by some past actions and choices and the consequences with this Judgment, you know, present here in reverse. There's a lot of self-doubt and judgment that's holding you back. So I feel like you're close to a major shift, Pisces. You just need, like I said, to get out of your own darn way here and focus on the beginning of the what's possible. Look at that Knight of Pentacles. Get on that darn horse and start to go towards the future. The Death card is transforming energy, letting those old cycles die. This is a cycle that's, you know, dead and gone, and it's time for you to accept that and let it go so that you can move on, right? No risk and no reward. But love should be that free fall. This the best kind of free fall there is. But if you don't feel that, you're feeling stuck in the painful past, then you need to let those sort of goblins go that have been holding you back and stuck. Until next time, Pisces, namaste.